May 11, 2012. This is Justice Done Dirt Cheap. Just going to share some thoughts. We just filed leave to appeal regarding a referral matter. I'll give you some information on what that referral is about. If one goes through the process of trying to get information from a government agency and that government agency refuses to disclose that information, one can file under the Right to Information and Protection of Privacy Act a request for disclosure, and that public body is supposed to provide everything that they have that you've indicated that you want in their possession. Now, if after they've disclosed some things and not others, then what can happen is one can either apply to the Privacy Commissioner for disclosure, or one can file a referral. It's R-E-F-E-R-R-A-L, referral, to the Court of Queen's Bench. That's what I did for two separate Right to Information and Protection of Privacy requests. I requested disclosure of the information. The New Brunswick Police Commission refused to disclose the information. I knew they had it because what it was on two different incidents. One was in 2008. I was violently arrested by the Fredericton Police Force while riding my bicycle. They claimed they were arresting me because I did not have a helmet. Then tried to give me a fine for not having a bell on my bicycle, $285 fine, and which didn't go anywhere. But I filed a complaint to the Police Commission because I thought that arrest procedure was excessively violent, unjustified, and I wanted to find out more about it. And through that Right to Information and Protection of Privacy request, what was disclosed to me, even though it was heavily redacted, was a summary of a police report. Now, the police report was about 50 pages long, and they provided a summary to that police report. And the summary indicated that someone had called the Fredericton Police Force and made claims that there's something illegal going on, and that's why the Fredericton Police Force came looking for me, because they're looking for someone with my description who was doing something illegal. Now, I'd like to know what was claimed that I was doing. Not only that, I want to find out who it was that called the Fredericton Police Force, because I've been harassed for years by the Fredericton Police Force, coming to my residence for no good reason. Now, there's a second incident that occurred in 2009 where I was simply shoveling my driveway, and the Fredericton Police Force arrived and proceeded to assault, batter, arrest, and pepper spray me. It caused me severe bodily harm from all the pain compliance techniques they were using on me, which is just ridiculous when all I was doing was shoveling my driveway. So I made a complaint to the New Brunswick Police Commission, and they did an investigation. Of course, they found no wrongdoing on the part of the Fredericton Police Force. Then I requested disclosure of the information in the New Brunswick Police Commission file, because the New Brunswick Police Commission receives the entire investigation that the Fredericton Police Force conducts. So they have a whole copy of that file. So the Fredericton Police Force does an investigation. The whole investigation findings are transferred, as a whole copy is provided to the New Brunswick Police Commission. Now, the New Brunswick Police Commission is supposed to disclose all the information in their possession according to the Right to Information and Protection of Privacy Act. The police, as in the Fredericton Police Force, have yet to be brought under the Act, so there's no way to cause them to disclose the information. Now, I requested the information several times. Each time I was refused, and they keep just telling me, get a judge to order it, and we'll produce the information. So that's what I tried to do. I tried to have a judge order that the New Brunswick Police Commission produce the information the Fredericton Police Force would not disclose. Now, what again, in my second referral application, which was, okay, the first one was, I was actually the first one in New Brunswick under the new Right to Information Protection and Privacy Act to file a referral. So it was number FM 1-11. Then my second application was FM 2211. And what I had the second time around, I wanted information regarding the time I was shoveling my driveway and I was beat up violently by the Fredericton Police Force, or members of the Fredericton Police Force, pepper sprayed, dragged down to the police station, and then released without any charges. It's ridiculous that anyone should have to endure such a treatment. So I wanted to find out, why did they come in the first place? To the various documents that were disclosed, I found out that the Fredericton Police Force came because, again, they were called by, they withhold the name of the caller. Someone called the Fredericton Police Force, made some claims, the Fredericton Police Force show up, and because of that, they beat me up, battered, arrested, pepper sprayed me, dragged me down to the police station, processed me, then released me without charge. So there's nothing to charge me with, because there's nothing actually going on, and I was no one of interest. So, when one files a referral, they're filing a notice. It's considered an application under the rules of court, and it's called a Form 1 referral. It's a form from the Act, the Right to Information Protection and Privacy Act, and in that form you basically just fill in the blanks and file it, and one is supposed to have an opportunity to argue before a judge why that particular public body should disclose the records, and the head of the public body is supposed to show up and argue why they shouldn't disclose the information. So we ended up having a hearing August 11, 2012, and I argued why both disclosures should happen. And what's amazing is that if I was actually a criminal, the Criminal Code of Canada would apply to me and I would be charged with something, which I was not, because I was not charged under the Criminal Code of Canada because I am not a criminal. I wasn't doing anything that warranted being beat up by the Fredericton Police in both those occasions. Now, what's amazing is that it's been established that if someone is a criminal and they're being charged with a crime, they have the right to full disclosure of what the police are using against them to convict them, so that whoever it is that's been accused of a crime can make full answer in defense, defend themselves in court. Now, since I wasn't actually a criminal and I wasn't being convicted of anything, or charged with anything, I should say, that means I'm not entitled to full disclosure that an alleged criminal might. So here I am in a position where the Fredericton Police refuse to disclose who keeps calling them on me for no good reason, except they're using the Fredericton Police Force vicariously to cause me harm. So these cowards are calling the police, making up all kinds of stories, and the Fredericton Police Force show up believing these ridiculous stories, overreact, and assault me. So I filed, following due diligence and trying to take every legal avenue that was possible. I filed a referral, 2 of them. At the hearing, I believe I made a good oral argument. I provided a 72-page written brief that canvassed the case law on the subject and illustrated that if I was a criminal I'd be entitled to this information. Since I'm not, I'm somehow being barred from this information. And since I'm not actually charged with anything, they're not telling me who is making these allegations. The Fredericton Police Force is actually protecting the identity of whoever this caller is. I'm looking for proof of the identity of the caller so that I can take lawful remedy to stop these calls from happening. So after that hearing, there was a delay because at the hearing I also requested the Fredericton Police Force to ask the judge to order the Fredericton Police Force to conduct an investigation into the amazing number of calls that have occurred, which result in the Fredericton Police Force arriving at my residence over the last 7 years. And this is hundreds of calls. I've had guests leaving that were harassed. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And so I requested the judge order the Fredericton Police Force to do that. The judge stated at the time, Justice Clendenning, that she wasn't convinced that she had the jurisdiction to do so. So I said, well, if I can provide a post-hearing brief, I'll provide all the argument why I believe the court should be able to do that. It seems obvious to me the court can do that, so I'll provide a written submission. So the court granted that request and said, okay, file the post-hearing brief within a month. Now, on a separate matter, I had to file a motion for an extension of time to file and serve that post-hearing brief because I was a week late in filing it and serving it, which, according to the spirit of the law, the wording of the law and the rules of court in New Brunswick, the court should have just granted the extra week it took to file that post-hearing brief and serve it and just considered the argument, but the court decided not to do that. So that's a different matter. On this matter specifically, I filed leave to appeal because the judge stated that the judge does not have the jurisdiction to actually order the New Brunswick Police Commission to provide the information I was requesting, and it's unfortunate the judge made such a decision. I should be entitled to this information so I can stop this harassment, this misuse and abuse of police resources. So I don't agree with the judge's decision. I think it was wrong. When one thinks a decision is wrong, one files leave to appeal, which I did. I think it's a final decision, but because the Right to Information Protection and Privacy Act, the new one, is fairly new, I want to get a declaration from the court that if the court, if a judge hearing a referral does not grant the referral, then it's a final decision. Therefore, leave to appeal would not be required. One can file straight to appeal. So, we're going to see how it goes. I believe the case is quite strong. Looking forward to sharing the written submission so everyone who wants to can read it. A lot of the cases in the courts never see the light of day, as in they get locked in the vaults and people do not get a chance to read the submissions and the arguments and all that stuff. So that's why Justice S.N.B. is providing the opportunity for people to read the submissions, read the affidavits in support, all the documents that are filed, so we can all gain a better understanding of the law, how it works, how it doesn't work sometimes. And we can basically learn. So it's May 11, 2012. This is some information regarding the leave to appeal that was filed today. Hope you enjoy the information that was shared, and comment in the comment section below the video, please. This is Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada, and Justice S.N.B. wishing you a great day. Thank you.